Hey guys, welcome to this week's recap of Survivor Second Chance.
Well, it is episode 8 in Cambodia.
Okay.
So, Savage is like, alright, my first step was to make the jury. Check.
Alright, well he didn't make the jury last time. It was really close too, so now he feels accomplished. He feels good about where he's at right now.
Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's get rid of Sierra.
He wants to stay Bion strong, so he's like, we gotta take out these threats like Sierra, Abby, and Kelly Wentworth.
Well, Sierra's not ready to go yet. She's got her own deals going on.
Mm-hmm.
She's taking a nice little stroll on the beach with Fishbach, and she's like, you know what? We should get rid of Joe.
Well, Fishbach was already thinking about that before, so now that he sees that Sierra's into it too, he's like, yeah, I think I can make this work.
He really hit that Joe. Alright, so it's time for the reward challenge. It's going to be 2 teams of 6. They're going to...
It's a schoolyard pick.
Yeah. They're going to jump in a boat, collect 4 crates, and then they're going to do this puzzle of 4 crates.
It's kind of like a Rubik's Cube, but like there's only 4 things that you stack, and you have to make sure that you don't have any repeats of the color.
That's right.
On each side.
And the reward, it's like Survivor Starbucks. They didn't say that. It just seemed like it was a Starbucks type of thing to me.
It's cafe.
Yeah. Alright, so the first time they did this challenge was in season 1. Wigglesworth lost to...
Gervais.
Gervais?
Wigglesworth is a freaking... Ricky Gervais. No. Gervais. Wigglesworth is a freaking paddling instructor, and she lost to a guy who can't swim.
Alright,
So she wants to really make up for that right here. So her team, she's got Joe, Keith, Kimmy, Wentworth, and Sierra.
Yeah. So the other team is Tasha, Savage, Spencer, Fishbach, Abby, and Jeremy.
Alright, so right off the bat, paddling was a problem for Wigglesworth's team.
They were crashing into the other boat. They were way off course.
Yeah, but then she made it work. She got them
going.
You know.
So they ended up leading to the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
The other team
was way off course.
Yeah. So Fishbach, he screamed out, I think we got it.
Yeah, they get to the puzzle and it's pretty even. And Fishbach's like, Jeff, I think we got it. And Jeff is like, no you don't.
They should have put a punishment in for him for like saying that he got it, wasting Jeff's time.
That's been happening a lot in the past few seasons.
Yep.
But then Joe and Keith's team, they pulled
I think we got it, Jeff. Do we?
You do.
Oh, so they win.
Joe and Keith, best friends for life.
Yeah, they hang out outside of the game as well. So redemption for Kelly Wigglesworth.
They got that reward.
Boy, they picked them up in 2 tuk-tuks, brought them to the cafe, and that food, though.
The bagels, and they had like iced coffee.
And lox, and croissants, and all kinds of deliciousness.
It was amazing. So we know, obviously, rewards are a time to strengthen those bonds.
You gotta start schmoozing it. And Sierra was working the crowd.
Yeah, she's like, well, this is my chance. I'm on the bottom right now. I'm gonna take anything I can get. So she's trying to work them. She's like, yo, Fishbach, Jeremy, Savage, and Tasha are super tight.
They're tight.
They are not going to go against each other, so we need to go after them.
They're really smart, too. And Joe, not so smart.
Well, Joe is in with that crowd, but he's realizing, like, yeah.
He might be at the bottom.
I'm going to have to go after them at some point, but when is that going to be?
So he's buying it a little bit.
It wasn't all strategy, though. There was some fun on this reward.
Oh, Keith, you old-timey fireman. He stole one of the tuk-tuks and he drove everybody around the beach.
It was hilarious.
I loved it. Retirement for Keith? He is
Possibly,
retired,
yeah.
so maybe,
you never know.
Maybe he's a future tuk-tuk driver in Cambodia.
Maybe. So back at camp, Fishbach's freaking out.
Like this.
He's like, last time I was on, I think I lost because I didn't get to go on that bonding thing, blah, blah, blah. So he's freaking out.
So he's trying to tell everybody, you know what? I think we should get rid of Joe.
And he's worried that Joe is out on this reward, you know, schmoozing the girls, and he's freaking out that he's going to come after him, so...
Well, Andrew overhears Fishbach talking to Tasha.
Yeah.
And he is so pissed.
He's like, I find this disgusting that Steven is trying to go after our own alliance already.
Joe's been so loyal to me, he's not going anywhere.
Damn right he's not.
So Savage tells Joe that Steven is the devil.
Not really, but he was like, yo, Steven's coming after you, and I don't like that. So maybe we should get rid of him.
I think you should marry me. All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge.
It's another endurance, and it looks so painful.
You have to balance a ball on a disc that's on a rope bridge.
Yeah, so you're holding these ropes, and after 10-minute intervals,
Yeah.
you gotta go further back on the rope.
All right, so Keith and Jeremy played this before. Keith was the winner. Jeremy was the first out.
After like a few seconds.
Yeah. All right, so this time, Wentworth, Sierra, and Wiggles were out in seconds, followed very shortly by Jeremy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So also in the first round, Abby, Fishbach, and Savage, who flipped off his setup.
He hated that effing rope bridge.
Yeah, so this competition was moving pretty quickly.
All right, so after the first 10 minutes, it's a longer rope, and Kimmy and Tasha were the casualties for that round.
Kimmy had a lot of really good saves, but
She did.
it was just too much.
So after 20 minutes, it's Keith, Joe, and Spencer. And Spencer did not make it to the next check-in.
Yeah, but Keith and Joe did.
They were rock solid.
Yeah, eventually they got to the point where there was no more rope. That was the end of the rope, literally.
They made it through another 10-minute session. And what happens after you run out of rope? You have to add another ball.
And then it just goes on until it's over.
And what happens when you add another ball? You laugh your ass off hearing Jeff talking about Joe's balls moving.
I'm sorry, but it was
again.
hilarious.
How did they keep straight faces?
He was like, Keith and Joe got both of their balls on the platter.
It's getting a little windy and Joe's balls are moving around. Kimmy was losing it. But how is like Joe and Keith not like laughing their asses off?
Extreme focus and concentration.
All right, so it looked like they were both going to be out because the balls really started
Joe's
moving.
balls were really moving, but then all of a sudden, Keith's
spare ball fell off.
fell off. So Joe won immunity again.
He really needed it. He
Yeah,
really
I would have been
needed
happy
it.
either way, but I feel like Joe definitely needed it more
Yeah,
than Keith.
was pretty safe. All right, so Fishbach is really frustrated because Joe is his target.
Yeah, he was like, the first chance we get to get rid of Joe, we gotta get rid of him.
Well, they flipped the script on you, Fishbach. Joe says, let's get rid of Fishbach.
And the girls are just like, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Anyone who's not us, we're game.
Yeah, but you know who was not down with that? Jeremy.
Ooh, he was like, you know, Fishbach and I have been building up this loyalty for 20
Fishbach
days
is
now.
my bitch.
Yeah, so he's not ready to let him go.
He wants to drag Fishbach's lifeless carcass to the end so that he has a better chance of winning.
He's got to have people in his corner for when the big dogs start going after each other.
Well, he wants Sierra or Wentworth gone. All right, so it's tribal time. Cass walks in and flips off the crowd. That was so great.
Oh my God, Chaos Cast!
I loved it. Wentworth said, Jeff, 4 people are running the game.
So then Sierra was like, these are the people.
Yeah, Jeremy, Savage, Tasha, Steven, and maybe Joe.
Yeah, she wasn't sure if the 4th was Steven or Joe.
So Jeremy's like, she don't even know.
That was 5 people, not 4.
He says, we're just talking. Just talk. That's all.
Sure it is.
Not everybody's equal in the alliance. What?
Yeah, so then Jeff brings up hidden immunity idols. We haven't really seen them that much this season. Nobody's used it yet. They don't even know if anybody has them.
Nope. Because they're doing it different this season. They're not giving the clues and the rewards like they usually do.
Yeah, but you would think people would be like scrambling all the time to find them since like it's not known who has them.
Well, Fishbach says this time is different. Alliances may not be, there might not be a pecking order.
I love how he tried to spin it like there wasn't a hierarchy and there's no pecking order. Come on! Come on.
Well, Wentworth says, somebody came to me this week and they want to make a big move.
Yeah,
and everybody's
so
like,
Fishbach and Joe were both like,
all right, so it's time to vote. Enough laughter.
Okay.
No, not enough.
Oh my god!
Wentworth pulls out her idol. Everyone craps their pants and
Oh my
they have
gosh!
to have all of their diapers changed.
Yeah, because like there was all this talk about getting rid of Fishbach this week to protect Joe, but then when Jeremy was like, nah, everybody was like, all right, we can't do it this week. Oh well, we'll get one of the girls out. But then Wentworth uses her idol. None of those votes count.
There was not a dry diaper in the tribal.
3 votes for
For
Savage.
Savage! Oh my god, that was so sweet.
Yeah, Wentworth's not idols, allies
They didn't even know.
didn't even know about her
What the
idol.
hell?
So they were just like, what?
So Savage is walking out
And Abby Maria is like, at least you made the jury.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Again, he flipped
flipped
the
her
bird.
off.
Whoa.
All right.
This was like the middle finger of all episodes.
Yeah, it really was. Next time, everybody's looking for idols like crazy.
Now that idol's been played, there's gonna be a new one.
No.
New idol in town.
Well, the thing is, it's in a completely unexpected place. At the immunity challenge. All right, guys, let us know what you thought about this episode. I thought it was great.
I thought it was amazing.
And until next time,
Much love.
Edit.